to another week of the Hideout here with us. We're going to be talking about the Agatha All Along series today. A little bit of news that we'll jump in on. Nothing serious. It was actually just about Agatha All Along. But yeah, hope you guys had a good week. I'm glad y'all have made it. Super stoked. A new series on Disney Plus. New avenue that Disney Plus is going on that we hope is good. So we'll talk about it. We're about to talk about it. So the first piece of news I saw was actually in regards to the show. It actually got a 79% rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Already?
So, yeah, so it's already getting not railed, but it's already not doing the hottest. But
I still give it a pass though, because I mean, if you look at the past Disney Plus stuff, some of them haven't even hit 70.
That's what I was saying. So they have actually Falcon and the Winter Soldier higher than this one.
No.
See, that's what I was saying. I was like, I wasn't a fan of that one.
Falcon and Winter Soldier go down next to Hawkeye.
Hawkeye, I didn't see that one. Let me see. I don't know if I
haven't watched Hawkeye?
It. No, I don't know if I where it was rated. Okay, so 79%. Secret Invasion came in at a hot 52%.
I think it deserves lower.
Moon Knight, shockingly enough, was at 86%.
That one I could see. Moon Knight
I thought it was 90. I thought it at least would have hit 90. Believe it or not, Miss Marvel actually got 98%.
I'm cool with that. It was actually really good and really
fun. Did you like? It was only the last episode, right? That really kind of like bugged you, where it like fell off, where they gave the guy the villainy and all that stuff.
Yeah. That's where it kind of like ended for me. I was like, man, what?
Yeah. You about to be shocked.
What they give
Hawkeye got a 92%.
Why?
Interesting. Christmas movie, maybe?
It's not even. I mean,
I remember it being in the talks for it being. Loki got an 82. That was
both seasons.
The second season. The first season got 92.
Whoever works at what is this, Rotten Tomatoes?
Rotten Tomatoes.
Y'all, we need to switch jobs.
You might need a.
You don't get paid for it. I will. Let's go.
Even IGN got railed for giving the Penguin on HBO Max, guys. We need to see that one. We need to hop that one on. We'll definitely add that because we are not DC heavy, so we'll definitely add that into the roster. But yeah, the IGN came in and gave like a 6 or a 5, and like the Penguin, and everyone was like, "What? Like that was not what I saw." Like,
it's for the new Penguin, right?
Yeah,
like, that new Batman with
the
Patterson.
spinoff. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So everyone was tripping, like, "Yo!" They were like, "There's no way!" Like it was actually a good. They were like. Other websites were praising it for being like the next big crime mob show, even though it is DC related. Yeah. The darkness of it and the tone they took was really good. But again, IGN rated it at a 5 and like was mediocre, and everyone was like, "Yo, IGN fell off. They should have, stopped when some movie came out or something like that." I can't remember.
Loki was 90 plus for sure. Yeah.
Yep. See 90 plus for sure. Exactly.
But so. I think that's why. One thing I appreciate with Rotten Tomatoes, even though I don't really care for them all that much, is they have the critic score and then the audience score. And I appreciate that only because I'm like, y'all kind of suck sometimes because they're meant to find stuff, but the audience are meant to enjoy it. So these scores, sometimes scores could be completely different. You got a 49, but like almost 100. Mm-hmm. And then it could be the other way around. Audience hated it, but critics loved it because it's...
And do you know what critics look at? Do you have an idea? Out of just curiosity.
I have a small idea because at one point before we did this, I was actually considering doing a YouTube channel to critique movies and all that stuff too. And they have to find like certain writing beats, like the hero's tale, and they have to follow certain patterns. They have to have like I forget exactly. It's been years since I looked this up, but it has to follow certain patterns. The writing has to be done a certain way, and like that leads to one another. If it doesn't, if it's not a tale,
smooth path.
If you're lost, like the best way I could explain it is Batman versus Superman.
Okay.
When that wheelchair blew up. Superman's supposed to have X-ray vision to be able to see everything. I remember having this discussion with one of my teachers, and they were like, one of my professors was like, "Oh yeah, if you get the extended version," I was like, "Stop right there. If I need an extended version to explain it, it is bad. in the extended version, it said that the wheelchair was lined with lead, which is why Superman couldn't see the bomb that was inside.
Don't they say that later though?
I don't know.
I think it was when Batman and Wonder Woman, they were in the plane and they were like saying something that it was encased in lead or something.
But that might have been the extended.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you might be right.
Because I was like, I don't remember that when I watched it, but granted, that movie was not that well done. And I still remember it for the little fake fried eggs. Those are horrible. Like, y'all couldn't even at least put a real egg up in there. It doesn't matter if it's bad. Like, those eggs.
God damn it! I can understand a fake baby. I can understand a lot of shit, but you can give me fake eggs. You can't afford to go down the street and go to 7-Eleven.
The baby is because of human rights. Yeah. You know, so I can't throw a baby out the damn car. But you can't give me an egg in the frying pan. You just put some.
I would have been mad. I would have been like, we seriously can't cook eggs here? Or we maybe no, it wasn't COVID because it couldn't have been inside. Yeah, it was way before.
It was so bad because the eggs were already like peeling up themselves and everything. It looked like my toddler's 5-year-old, like, you know, freaking toy eggs. I'm like, they're not. What the hell's going on here? But yeah, like they critics want stuff that could be followed, smooth transitions.
Interesting.
They want something like they call it Chekhov's gun, where if you see a gun in the first act, it has to be shot in the third. It has to follow, because if you show it, then there's no, and you don't pay it off, then what the hell is the point of showing it? And so they need stuff to follow.
Interesting. I never heard of that one. Okay. All right. Well, that's what I always wondered. We always, like you said, just two different spectrums, an audience score and a critic score. And the audience score is always, you know, seem better because, again, we're going for the love of the show. Yeah, we're going for the love of the show. We want to just see it out there. We're not going to pan the music. We're not gonna be like, why did they choose this 60s soundtrack for, you know? Hey, there were some movies, yes, there was. But let's see, movie critics.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That is true. It's just, you know,
I didn't think about it like that.
It is analytics. They need the, you know, just pure facts.
Yeah, markers that they gotta hit.
Yeah. But I'm like, if you become a movie critic, it's because you love movies. But then you lose. It's kind of like
what he says. You lose the feel of the game. You lose the feel of the actual loving movies. Yeah. You're going
at that point, because you have to strip apart the movie to.
Well, it kind of goes to what we're at right now, or what I told you. You know, I'm watching these animes, but I have to go back and rewatch them for the love of the anime, because the first time I'm watching it, I'm breaking it down. Mm-hmm. I'm literally writing the notes. I'm pausing it. Like, I don't get that love, you know what I mean? So it's the second or third time that I watch it that I'm writing the notes. The first one I'm getting in there, I'm like, no effing way, like, you know, whatever. Exactly. And then, okay, back, we'll restart, pause. They did this move, pause. They did this move, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, that's how I feel. But it didn't take it away from me right now. Like, I still enjoy it. That's what I'm saying. Because
that's what we want.
And that's where I'm. Yeah, exactly. Because I'm actually watching it first for the love of the show, and then going back and rewatching. You know what I mean? So first I'm in it for the love, and then afterwards, you know. So, but before we too far off, I think that was all I literally had. I was double checking real quick, guys. But that ratings system was pretty off, and that one was again Rotten Tomatoes. And then, guys, so big news, actually. Y'all might have been seeing a high flood of Hydeout movies this week. So Hydeout shows. What I'm doing now, I finally got the YouTube going. I got an intro, an outro, the whole thing. I'm just pumping them out. So you're going to get to see the show from the beginning all the way to where we're at as of now. You'll see the growth of our background, our table, our note table, like the middle, you know, items that we had.
Yeah.
It was cool seeing that, you know. So
you're like, I kind of missed this.
Yeah, exactly. I missed the desk. You know, I'd be able to stack some papers.
Yeah, be like today in Marvel.
But yeah, guys. So you'll be seeing a high influx of the Hydeout shows. They're going to be coming on YouTube again. I'm just pumping them out. Season 1 all the way to season 3. I'm hoping to get current on everything. Once we're current on everything, then that's when the game is going to change. Well, again, I'm hoping to get up to YouTube Live. We're wanting to go ahead and do several different things as far as the show. You know what I mean, for you guys. So yeah. Finally, I understood. I understand, guys. It's my fault, you know, but we finally got it going.
I think we're caught up on Spotify, though, aren't we?
Spotify is good.
Spotify is caught up.
So all the videos show the links to them, and yeah, guys, I hope y'all enjoying them so far. Again, just a recap of the 2 years that we've been doing it. It's pretty fun seeing all the old videos, all the old stuff that we talked about.
Been like a year and a half.
Yeah. So I'm on the August 21st of last year. Yeah. So got a lot to catch up, guys. But again, you'll be seeing a high influx of that. So it'll be about 3 videos daily. You won't get anything out of me during the weekend. That is when I work. But for sure during the week, you'll start seeing a high volume of the videos. They'll be coming till I catch up, and then from there it will be just like
probably
like Spotify. Like once we will film on Saturday, hopefully by Tuesday it's up and running, up and on YouTube. So that way y'all are all caught up.
And depending on that too, we might, once we're caught up, we might try to do little edits in there. Maybe.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what took me a lot. And what he was saying, I was so specific. I want you guys to have the visuals. I want y'all to see the actors. I want y'all to see the movie poster
and all that,
the whole nine, because you can't, a lot of us don't know who John Hamm is. Do you know who John Hamm? That one just came randomly, but John Hamm is from Mad Men. He was actually exactly what I'm talking about. So a lot of people don't know who John Hamm is, but that's the only one that comes to me is Madman. You know what I mean? So that is what it's for.
Insert picture here.
Insert, yeah, exactly. Right here, picture John Hamm, video, etc. So
it's gonna be that one meme where he's like this.
Exactly. So a lot of people don't know these things, man. So I have a ranking. I'll put it on the show on the platform. It was actually Marvel's ranked movies from the worst to the best. Number 34 being Iron Man 2. And number 1 being Captain America Winter Soldier.
Top 5.
Avengers, number 2. Original. Avengers Infinity War, number 3. Captain America Civil War, number 4. And Spider-Man Homecoming, number 5.
I'll change some of those around, but I'm okay with most of it.
You would I would say you would take out Spider-Man and the original Avengers. I think those are the two.
I would take out probably the original. The original Avengers is good, but I would
groundbreaking. Yes, number 5.
No, not top 5. No.
Yeah, 100%. No.
I would definitely put Ultron in there though.
Yeah, I think Civil War was a good one.
Civil War was good. I just have my own faults with it because of the comics.
I really enjoyed the fight. Is that the fight scene? Yeah. No. Winter Soldier. In the elevator.
Yeah. That was good.
Boy, that's why that number 1 right there. I really want to say even that fight scene with Bucky in the
everybody
street,
praises that one. That fight, the Bucky fight. Yeah, everybody praises that.
I like that. So yeah, guys, I'll post that one. So that one's got some controversial ones. Number 16, Deadpool and Wolverine.
All the way down at 16.
16, bro. They got top 10. Avengers Endgame, number 6. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, number 7. Yeah, that one's out of there. Guardians of the Galaxy, number 8. I'll take that one in there. Yeah, first one. Okay. Black Panther, number 9. And Spider-Man Far From Home, number 10.
Far From Home's 10?
Yeah.
I'll definitely put that one as 5. Like top 5. Far From Home? No. I'm mixing up.
No Way Home. No Way Home. Yeah. No Way Home.
No Way Home is up there. Where is No Way Home?
13th. So that was my Screen Rant. Please Screen Rant. So I'll post that one on the page. I'll let y'all comment on that.
They're about to hear me rant shit.
What y'all think about that? And then, another rumor. So Nicolas Cage, Wesley Snipes, Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, and Tobey Maguire have all agreed to return for Avengers Secret Wars.
It's confirmed now?
It is confirmed from a rumor.
It's rumorly confirmed.
Rumorly confirmed. So
yeah, because I think we talked about that one a couple weeks ago.
Something like that. We caught a couple of them out.
Yeah.
but yeah, so that one will be interesting. Again, Secret Wars is going to lead up to a high one, but if we're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 names, those big already, again, it goes back to what we talked about. They better not be asking millions. Like they have to. There's no way to get 50 plus, not even exaggerating, 100 plus, 50 plus big names in Hollywood at lowballing $5 million a piece. There's no way. The budget that alone is the budget.
Yeah,
$100 million in just actors.
Yeah.
Nah, no, thank you. Again, I hope it doesn't come to that. I really hope.
I hope Snipes doesn't expect more than a few mil.
Yeah, or 100,000. You know, like at least a mil. At least a mil.
I take a half. Take a half a mil because Wesley Snipes
been out of the game for a minute.
He's been out of the game for a minute, but he was so good as Blade. I was like, you just come back and then show your acting chops, and then people might get you back.
Fight scene, mil plus, cameo in the hundreds of thousands.
Cameos, 100,000, easy.
100,000, 50,000, 75, depending on your time. 30 minutes on the screen, a minute on the screen, 22 minutes on the screen, whatever. Based on that, if you're not fighting, you're not using stunt doubles and all that jazz, you should not be in the millions. You definitely
But the thing is, it's the name. Exactly. And that's why people are...
Tough. So that was another one. Let's see. And that, I think, ends my news. We already talked about the Creatures Commandos date. Definitely, again, it is on HBO Max, and it is coming out, confirm again for you guys. I think it was December 5th.
I believe so.
Yes, Thursday, December 5th on Max. So Creatures Commandos, DC's starting flagship to the DC universe. James Gunn's DC universe, I should say. And last but not least, that's it. Alrighty, guys. So we'll hop in now into Agatha All Along. As you can see, my title says, "Was it Agatha All Along?" So I'm gonna play into that. I'm gonna see what you think. My why is it was it is Jack Locke, the teen he's not labeled yet. He's a teen. We don't know. For right off the bat, why I say was Wanda still had control of Agatha, which was crazy. 3 years.
3 years trapped in your own head.
In your own head, dude. Like everyone else was released except for her. They were like Agnes, like they played along with it. So I love this show. I love the concept. What do you think about the detective? Like, again, it's a TV show in her head, because that's what Wanda did.
Had for her.
So what do you think about that?
I enjoyed that they made it like a TV show for her
at the beginning, right? Still,
and then even have the opening credits. And I was like, I love that. I was like, good for you for sticking for it.
And they gave her their names. Agatha gave everybody's like Dottie, etc. Like, so we're still in a movie in her head. Like, I liked it. So the only thing I had about the intro was the fact that they didn't give an intro to the second episode. Yeah. So I was like, did they change it to like an Agatha intro? Like, we went back and we watched it. And I was like, holy shit, they didn't give an intro. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, so that threw me off. Yeah. That threw me off. But I like that detective. Was it Agnes the detective or something? Yeah, something like detectives, whatever. Westview detective. Yeah. So what do you think about her character there? I know. Let me answer that. What do you think about her character as far as the cop? I
kind of liked the cop for her because she was like kind of like, I don't give a crap about nothing. I just do. There's like, it was just a very tropey version of like, I'm a detective who's seen a lot and I'm tired of this thing.
Exactly. I felt the acting was overacted on purpose. Oh, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, she was smacking her gum and it was bothering the shit out of Bree. She was like, oh, can't stand her smacking her gum right now. I was like, babe, I think I didn't think of that word trope, but it was like just a reenactment of a detective show over exaggerated, like, when she comes up to the library and she's like, oh, where were you at the time?
She's like, okay, hold on.
So definitely pretty interesting. So now this is where it gets to our, into my title a little bit more. You caught what homie was saying, right? When they were walking up to the body, right?
Which part?
When they were walking up, she's fresh there. He crosses her the line, and like he's walking her to the body. Did you catch what he was saying to her when he was basically saying there was no drag marks.
Yeah, there's no drag marks. She just magically appeared.
Looked like she got smashed by something heavy. Blunt force trauma, smashed by something heavy. Just randomly appeared. Also, what did he say? She's like, is she dead? And he's like, she's absolutely, most certainly dead. Yeah. And then she's like, you never know though. Yeah, and a wink. God damn it, Marvel, why? Like, now we're sitting here. Now we're gonna hope for Scarlet Witch to come back. Like, why do that? What do you think? Why did they do that?
I think they did that mainly because they're trying to confirm that she's dead without putting their whole foot down on it.
Okay.
But at the same time, it kind of bothered me that they were trying to go so hard that she's dead. But also, Agatha wouldn't be able to break free if Wanda was still alive.
She wouldn't have been in the spell if she was still
alive.
That's what I was wondering.
That's why when she breaks out of it, when she finally breaks free, it's because that spell isn't being contained anymore. It's now weakened and it's still trapped. When she's still trapped within her own mind, but it's no longer being like
at full
enclosed.
Strength. Yeah. Interesting, because that's what I was wondering. I was like, when someone dies, I would figure a spell would be just broken, like the will, because even Doctor Strange said, the only way you get that is over my dead body. You know what I mean? And he's like,
I'll take it off your corpse. I love that.
Heavenly Maul. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I figured that would be the case. So it would have broken if she had died.
Yeah, but like Doctor Strange said too, he's like, when Maul was like, I'll take it off your corpse, he's like, breaking a dead man's spell is very difficult. So that's why Agatha still had to break free through different layers. It wasn't something easy for her to just be like, "Oh, I'm out." I'm out. Like she had a like somebody had to come in and kind of disrupt this magic, which was the two characters that were introduced to her.
Interesting. Okay, so that was cool to see. Yes, exactly.
It is very perfect for
it's gonna be good. Yeah. And then it's the final episodes 7 or 8 and 9 are on October 30th.
Yeah,
so that's gonna be freaking cool, June. So tune in for that. We're definitely we won't be able to do it during the week, unfortunately. Okay, so Saturday it'll be. I was about to say we do a freaking spooky season episode or something, but yeah, unfortunately, time and jobs, guys, time and jobs. But okay, so. Spell, not broken. She didn't die. I really think Disney is going out of their way to find an end to bring Scarlet Witch back.
I think so.
Agnes is tied to Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
So, in lore, even in the comics, like there would have been Agatha if there was no,
Yeah.
And so that again, I feel like they're going to use it to bring her in somehow. What way? I don't know. I really don't. I'm interested in it. So we get that. We get the random body. Brie was so upset that they never showed her face. They're gonna show her face. I was like, would they do that?
They're not gonna do that.
Never. The hype is there. Like they want to know if Wanda's coming back. They know what they're doing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were dumb. Like the wink and everything. They just added onto the what if factor. Yep. Like, you know what I mean? Like they got you again. They got all of us ready to just be like rumor mill up the ass. Like Scarlet Witch is coming back. Oh, did you see the red flowers?
Yeah. And, they're like, you see this part of your posit exactly. No, like it's nothing's confirmed, but it's it's pretty close.
I like it. I like it. I think they did right by that. So then that's when we go back to the police department, and we're at the police department, and that's when we get introduced to what's her name's character, Aubrey. Aubrey. I can't think of her dang name.
It's not her name.
Yeah, it's not. I can't think of her last name. She came in, and let's see, cast Rio Vidal, Aubrey Plaza. So welcome Aubrey to the MCU universe. So she comes in. She's a detective, and she's like trying to talk to Agatha. Like it was Agatha, not Agnes. And then she's like, oh, we'll play this. Okay. Crime scene. You're right.
She's like, hold on. Let me Let me play along with you now.
Yeah, you're real. You're really
Yeah.
thinking you're a cop. so she's tripping, and that's what made me wonder. Was it at that scene that she said, "You still hate me," or no? It was at the house.
Yeah,
right?
it was at the house.
It was at the house. Okay,
But
so
Agatha told her earlier, she's like, "I hate you. Like, I don't want you here."
because she wanted her out.
Yeah,
right?
she wanted her out of her office at that time.
So interesting. She came in playing that detective, and we get to the scene at the house where we're now at her home, and she's confronted by homegirl, Rio. Interesting. They never mentioned her name, and then
Pretty sure they did.
did she say Rio? Agent Rio?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, I was like, I could have sworn they left her anonymous. She just said the feds are here because they never said her name.
I'm pretty sure they did, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't remember. And so then we get her to find out that she hates her, but it wasn't there that everything got.
It was at her house.
She started losing her mind at her house. No, right?
She the first time you kind of see a fracture in her psyche was when she's after the library.
Okay.
And she was looking for that one book, but it looked like somebody like torched it. And she's starting to write down the name, and she's like, "Oh, hey, like all these capital letters," and it spells out Darkhold.
It starts at dark, right?
Yeah.
Or it starts at the H, and she stops.
Yeah,
right?
she stops because
Okay.
it flashes for a second. So that's when her like mind starts to like really kind of shake, and she's like, it's fighting against itself for it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and then she goes to the morgue, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, "I'm not tripping." No. She finds John Locke. I think she finally runs into this kid, and she's confronting him at the interrogation after the house. So we come into cross with this kid because he robbed her. He robbed her, and she chased him down. So then he goes there, and the part that trips me out is like she confronts him about a body, and he's like, "What are these?" And like he's like, "They were just flowers."
He's like, "Why you keep staring at that painting?"
Yeah.
And she thinks it's a two-way mirror.
Man, dude.
And so that's when she's like, "No, it's starting to snap. Like everything's that isn't where I'm at. I'm not at a detective place. I'm at home." And that brings me to a real quick scene a little bit later. But she's like, "Okay, I'm driving," and she gets. And it's a freaking like little wheel tied to a freaking like sweet, and then the cereal boxes and pedals. And then I love the fact that they have the like I guess it's like a the green box for the go and the red for the stop.
I got that too. That was the first one. I was like, "Is that red and green for brakes and goes?" Like,
she's like, "This is not a car.
You're driving."
I love it. I loved it so much because I was like, "That's it." And I appreciate it because it shows like when she's out, she's not fully out. Her mind is still fractured. It's still disconnected because she's still associating everything with what she remembers, but what she remembers isn't real. So it's like cause that like, oh man, it was
3 years of living that way, or even longer, because she was in the bubble with Wanda at the first.
But she didn't live like that with Wanda. She broke into Wanda's hex.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Which is what Aubrey's character did to her. Because once she broke in, it is now breaking the little spell that she has on her. So now, and same thing with Teen. That's why that
little chant that he did or whatever.
It broke her out because them two weren't here. They weren't part of this world before. But them coming in disrupted it. They're purposely shaking things up where when she did it to Wanda, she tried to fit in. She joined with it. So that's why she never broke Wanda's, but them two had broken hers.
John did because of the fact of the spell, and then again not him being in part of it. Yeah. Interesting. So then we go to the morgue, and what'd you think about that transformation portion?
I kind of liked it.
You liked it?
I enjoyed it. You didn't?
It was all right for me. I parts of it felt over exaggerated, but parts of it did feel good. Like where she was in the gray and white, like when she was at the mirror. It was the first ones, the over exaggeration of like, like I was like, okay, chill out, like you know, like so just take off your clothes. There's no correcting that. I'm gonna keep it edited.
That's gonna be a reel right there. Not even a beep. That's just a reel forever now. Just chill. Just take off your clothes. I'm gonna quote you forever on that one now.
Just chill. Okay.
That was bad on your half.
We've done this before.
But no, I agree. Like the over exaggeration, I was kind of like, all right, I'm done with it. Yeah. But at the same time, I do like that they portrayed every piece that she was in WandaVision,
because she was breaking the shells, the layers of the shell. You know what I mean? But it goes back to, why did she go through that when she wasn't in that of her own free? Well, she was in that of her own free will. You know what I mean? Why did she break those characters? That would have been cooler if, like, maybe like her old characters of her witch herself. Maybe that was her characters when she was her old witch back in the day. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think some of those were because she was still in Wanda's hex. It still affected her, but it was her like open will.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So when she broke out of it, it's her shedding those personalities that Wanda put her on her.
Yeah. So, okay, I see that. So when she finally came to, and she got her clothes off, really. So we in the end, she ended up having no clothes. So
you're right about that one. Yeah.
So she goes and goes to her neighbor, and that was funny too. He's like, "Whoa, Agnes, what's going on?" Like, and he's like, "Agatha." He's like, and that's when she realizes again, everyone else broke out, and she was still there. Like, she's like, "How long have I lived in this cesspool of a town?" Yes. You know, he's like, 3 years. She was pissed.
Oh, real quick, what I like too with the detective piece, back when she was there, I just like that she's like, "Stupid dog," because it called back to her in WandaVision. The dog? She's like, "I killed the dog too." I was like, I love that little. It's a stupid little connection, but I love it.
That. Holy shit, that's a good one. I didn't catch that shit. I'm gonna have to rewatch that. What's called? Then we go get her. She goes and gets dressed or whatever. And this
she starts associating everybody with her. When she was held, she's like, "Oh, he was the cop."
Oh, it's the cop with the mailman. Yeah. Oh, like that's
the jeweler. Yeah.
That again, it goes back. What were they really doing? Like, you know what I mean?
They were playing along with her.
Were they?
She was trapped, and they all knew she was trapped, but they couldn't do anything about it, so they just played along with it.
Oh shit! That's what he was saying. Like, he's like, we just went on. You were not being yourself. Yeah. And, you know. Oh, okay. So then, I'm ready. I want to talk about this because we're getting there.
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
because I'm thinking about it. If they were playing along with it, they were talking about something being dead. What was the neighbor? Because you saw it through her eyes. What was the neighbor seeing when she was saying, "Oh, you're not sure if it's dead"? What was he talking about? He's like, "No, it's for sure dead." Like,
you talking about the body?
Yeah.
I don't know. Interesting.
But now I'm confused.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, what were they playing? Because when they came out, she wasn't, you know, in her hair. Dottie wasn't in her hair. Yeah. The cop wasn't in a uniform. He was in regular clothes. So I'm wondering, because then she goes to find John Locke, or the teen, locked in the closet. And she's like, "Oh shit, that arrest was real. Yeah, your arrest was real. It may not have been a real arrest, but, you know, I did arrest you somehow, you know." So what were they doing? Like, or is he a security guard instead of a cop? Like, was she, you know, just by the? I don't know. It's interesting. So we get homie. Again, goes back to my title here. He tries to mention his name, and he gets that little hex over his mouth. And she was like, "Interesting. Was it a W or was it an M?"
To me, it looked like an M.
That's what I was thinking.
But
a lot of people were like moving the things over, and it looks like a W. But we had this tease all along of Mephisto coming into WandaVision.
Yeah. But I mean, it doesn't have to necessarily be Mephisto. It could still be Maximoff.
True. I didn't think about the M of Maximoff. thinking about Wanda. Interesting.
Like,
because Wanda was the last holder of the Darkhold. You think because she was, there's certain secrets that aren't revealed to Agatha. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it could. She probably could read the Darkhold better than Agatha too, as the Scarlet Witch. But then on top of that too, we don't know exactly what she knew. She was able to connect to different universes at one point. So, you know,
did she use it to connect to different universes?
Did she not? Didn't. That's how she was able to walk into another Scarlet Witch's body. And
no, I thought you were. I mean,
Agatha, no, but Scarlet Witch, yeah.
Okay.
But with the I forgot what I was gonna say. There was something about Scarlet Witch and the M for Maximoff, because even a lot of people are they just want Mephisto.
They
just want it.
And even since Loki.
Since before that, shoot,
because they were saying Nightmare and all that stuff, etc.
But they everybody wants Mephisto, but I'm like, there's a whole series called the House of M. There could be the House of Mutants, but it's also when Wanda Maximoff was the one in control. She wiped out all the mutants, so it just like her name still has some hold with the M too.
Interesting. You took my mind off of the Mephisto because that was the first one that came up. I was like, finally. And even some articles were going hard on it too. Like, you know, that they name dropped him and they never name dropped him.
No.
I was like, I wonder if that's what they meant was that little M.
The M. Because it did look like interesting the way they did it.
What is it? Like Old English? It looked like Old English?
Not even. That looked like more
what is it from the books back in the day?
Like,
that big starter letter A, all fancy, and then the letters, and
then just like random letters.
So then we get Rio come in hard. I'm talking. She came in with some vengeance, bro. Cool. So this is what we're going to talk about. We got a budget like this movie here, this show, and the little fight scene was a little off to me. Like some of the coordination, you know what I mean? Like it just looked over exaggerated. But this is where it gets where I would start critiquing just like a little bit of the script. Like, you know, it wasn't supposed to tickle, and then she goes like coochie coochie coo. You know, I was like. Forced. I was like, that was really forced in that line there. I was like, I didn't like it at all. Like, it just it took away from the sense of the fight 100%. Like, not even a little. Like, it like deterred my whole mindset. I was like, did she just coochie? Okay. I was like, and then back to the fight scene. You know what I mean? Like, so in my head, I was just like, that didn't work. That was just forced. And then I call it. This is what I'm gonna reference it to, guys. The Jim Carrey rise, like from Dumb and Dumber.
I kind of enjoyed it, though.
Did you really?
I kind of enjoyed that.
I just was ready for Jim Carrey to go like, no, fuck it. Ooh, fuck it. I was ready. No. Like, that's all I saw in my head. Even when it was Aubrey Plaza, that's all I freaking saw was Jim Carrey. No.
Oh my god, dude. No, I enjoyed it for the sole fact it was just like, I don't even remember what it reminded. Oh, okay. Have you ever watched this movie called Upgrade?
I have not.
It was pretty interesting. My wife and I watched it, but this dude has like a computer chip, like a powerful AI that could help the body, but it only allows to take over if you say so. And this guy got paralyzed from the neck down, so they put it in.
I think I might have seen this movie. I might have.
And there's that one scene where he's fighting someone, and he's going like the machine's working, so he's over there. Like, it's freaking hilarious because his face like, and he's like,
the body's killing him. Yeah.
And then there's one part where he falls, and then the computer just like slaps the floor, and he just. And I was like, it reminded me of that scene. So I think that's why that correlation came in. And I was just like, that was just cool where she just kind of rose up like that to me.
I just saw Jim Carrey. But I think I've seen that movie. I didn't see it in its entirety, but I remember it because he like hacks the chip or something like that, like or the
chip like hacks him,
and then he realizes it because he doesn't know how to fight. He's like, okay, take over, and then I think I remember it. I didn't see. because they were trying to find his killer or
They were
his
trying to
wife's
find
killer.
his wife's killer.
His wife's killer, yeah. And the AI was like, I can find it.
Yeah, I could do it, but you need to give me permission.
That's crazy. I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, I remember. I always remember that scene just because I loved his freaking expression when the machine's fighting for him,
in
and he's like,
the bar, right?
I think it was in somebody else's house. Somebody broke into his house, and he's like fighting him off. I think, and it gets the knife and starts stabbing him. He's like, oh my god! Oh man. And then the whole time the chip is like, calm down, it's okay.
Yeah. So that I didn't think about that reference, but yeah. So I didn't like it as much as you did, I guess. But that shows her strength. One, Rio's, but Agatha had like unnatural strength as well for her being just a witch. Like when she was like kicking the shit out of her and like Audrey went flying and stuff, I was like, what? Like, what am I missing here?
That kind of messed me up a little bit.
That's like, what I'm missing there.
You're still normal, as far as I know. You're still a person. You don't have any augmented abilities outside of your witchcraft. So how are you kicking somebody across the room? I can't kick you across the room. I can barely kick you 5 feet.
Yeah, exactly. So the chick went flying into the wall. I don't know. So that got me a little bit. But so that was one of my moments of the show, was that, again, the coochie coochie coo and the rise of Rio.
Yeah.
So but they redeemed themselves on, I believe, episode 2. So where are we at here? Yeah, we got a hell of a lot of time. Cool. So we now have Agatha and John on their mission. Like they got their goal in mind.
Yeah.
Like, so she's like, you're my partner. Or, well, she didn't willingly. Yeah, you're my pet. Yeah, you're not willingly joining this. I'm taking you along with me because I believe whatever you're saying. No, I think it was just that alone.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Interesting for her to.
But then at the same time too, she can't drive right now. And then on top of that too, like, what was it? Like she has no power of her own, so she kind of like needed like a little extra help.
And she's realizing it. She's realizing it. I think again when she like did the little like hand gesture in the house, and she's like, "Oh shit, I ain't got nothing." Like and then I like the little joke at the bottom when she went downstairs to her lair, and it was like a house. You know, she's like, she took all my magic and left me with household appliances. Like, I was like, damn, man. So Wanda missed her up, for 3 years. Like, just it's wild. It's just wild to think. And then what is it? We get that episode, we get onto the second, and now we're going like where she's like, again, they name dropped Wanda quite a bit, and the Scarlet Witch. They name dropped that quite a bit, which was shocking for me. I didn't think, again, they would go that hard, but I guess it's just such a correlation to them because it comes from WandaVision.
Yeah.
3 years after, it was like that's where it's placing it. So we see the house. We see the evil witch like written on it, so people were pissed that someone came in, destroyed their lives for however long they were in that that hex.
Yep.
And so we see that, and then we are now on the journey for the Witch's Road. It's going to be the basis of the show, where we end at, and which is interesting. Again, it's a fable according to most witches, her and John, but John believes heavily in it, and it goes back to what we talked about really quick on one of the episodes, is how did this teen have access to everything Agatha, but again, it goes back to shield and whatever the sword, all those ones that were in the hex or outside the hex. Everyone had an alias. Everyone, they were figuring them out, except for Agatha. You know what I mean? Like, they had question marks. They don't know. They didn't have any origin. They didn't have any idea who this person was in WandaVision, in the show. Yeah. And so for John, or for the teen to figure it out, that bothered me a little bit. Like, how did this one teen know everything about, so.
But I think at the end, didn't she, like, because she fought Wanda and, like, and
everybody saw.
Yeah, everybody saw it, and then she told her, she's like, Agatha, like, she, like, straight out, like, I'm gonna lock you in and trap you the way everybody else was trapped and whatnot. And I think, like, she said her name out loud, so then that opened up
people knowing. Okay, maybe I can see that. So then we get that, and then this is where the journey begins because she needs witches. And homie didn't even believe in them. Like, he didn't know that you could just, they were everywhere. Apparently, they just got spread out after being ran away from because they're witches. They were
Are we
being
talking
burned
about
at the
team?
stake. Yeah, huh?
Are we talking about the team?
When they were the team didn't know that witches were not as not like rare.
Accessible?
Accessible. There we go. He thought they were more rare than what Agatha was like. No, they're everywhere. You know what I mean? And so I like how I like Catherine Hahn's portrayals of her accents. She had quite a bit of accents and stuff. So she uses like a Southern Belle accent when she goes in there to meet the first one, and that was an interesting scene because you get to find out that there are more out there that have different abilities that have purpose for witches or whatever.
Yeah.
So she was like a psyche. Is that what it was? Like she was
she's a clairvoyant.
Clairvoyant.
She's able to see the future.
So they needed apparently they needed clairvoyancy, earth, potions, and something
protection witch.
Protection. And then her, right?
Agatha's like
a fifth. And so we get that first one, and she's like the only one that I saw have abilities. Like, because the area was going crazy. There was, something around her that she could see or whatever.
She saw the future. At one point, she was even able to, she had to stop herself because that vision came to her.
So I that was the only one that showed some type of power at that time. And then she gives her the list because she had that vision. And again,
she's like, "Here's your list. Keep me out of it." And they're like, "You're on the list. Can't fight for yourself."
Yep. Like straight up, John. Hey, John was convincing, bro. Like on all accounts, like on all the ones that he locked in.
Yeah,
he did his part.
He did his part. So I love that little scene too. Right before they get there, when Agatha's telling him, she's like, "Oh, wherever you need a coven, like 3 miles, there will be one," And he's like, "Oh, that's poetic. Can you write it down? There's a pen in there." And she's like, "Oh, and then just throws it out the window. And he's handing her a notebook, and she's like, "Oh, you want me to?" And he's like, "No, I remember it." I just love that. Like, she's like, "Get out of here."
That's so hilarious.
And just she has no care. She's just like, I
want my power. Yeah, I want my power. Like there's one mission, and that's all I'm on.
Yeah,
right now. So I enjoyed that. And that goes back to another little part he brought us back. Another tidbit of who is behind it all, because it's not Agatha all along. There's someone else. Secondly, that is controlling the puppets. She asked to talk about himself, and everything got muted. Like,
no,
that's what I'm saying. Everything got muted, and then for her to test that, she's like, normal sound,
turn down the radio,
normal radio. I was like,
she's like, but I can't hear him discuss anything about himself.
It was crazy.
Yeah, that was cool.
I like that. I like it. Again, they haven't revealed a lot on the previews,
which is very good.
I was gonna say that's where I was going. Like, it feels good. Like there's not a lot out there. They're keeping
it mysterious, which is what a lot of people want. We don't want those dang trailers that show everything that's going to go on, or even sometimes the trailers that mislead. I'm like, sometimes those are good because when it does appear in theaters or the show, you're like, oh, hey, it's not what I thought it was going to be. So sometimes those are good, but I don't need the whole story in a trailer.
And I think they did really good this time. I'm happy of that because we have no idea. There's no speculation. Again, the only thing they're going off of is an M on his mouth, and I mean that's all you can really go on based off of. Maybe if you want to use WandaVision as a precursor to this show,
I think you need to.
That's it. That's the only thing you could do, honestly. And so, but the thing is, wait, wasn't Westview created? Like, they said that town didn't exist. Like, there was an Eastview, and not Wong, what's his name? The other guy. he said that it just popped up. He's like, yeah, he's like, the one thing about this or whatever, he's like, Detective Rambo, is this town didn't exist. He's like, there's an Eastview, but
I don't think so because Vision bought the plot of land where the house is going to be built beforehand.
right? Okay, so I might have to rewatch that.
But I think he meant that way, and like it wasn't anything big. It just popped up on the map because of what's going on.
Okay. It wasn't a town under surveillance or of watch. Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay, I'm gonna take I might have to rewatch that just so I can make sure my mind's right. So then we get that, and again, the mystery behind it all. So Agatha's not controlling anything at this moment, guys. If you watch the show, she's lost the powers. She's been gone for 3 years in a mind state that Wanda put her in, and fake world, and it continued. So there's someone pulling these strings, and she's gonna find out. Because I mean, we got hit with, it's a death trap like 3 times. All 3 witches that she went after were like, no, it's a fable, and you're gonna die at the end. Like,
the Witch's Road is never anything proven, and even if it was, you die at the end, like if you ever reach it.
Yeah.
And then Agatha's always saying, no, I reached the end and I come back. So if she's not the only one, she's one of the few to have done that walk and back. So she's kind of like, I'm the guide here.
Yeah, and I'm interested. I'm ready to see. I mean, I've always wondered that. I think I would like to do a trip up to Salem, like
Salem's pretty cool.
in this time of year, like a spooky time and stuff.
Oh, they go pretty good for it. I've seen there was a YouTuber who kind of likes like stuff like that and everything, and they took a trip to Salem on like October, and it looked pretty good. Like they go really heavy into. There's some old tours, like, I'm assuming. Yeah, old manors that they're like, oh, this used to be where like a coven was, I think, at one point and whatever. And yeah, they go.
Yeah, I like that stuff. I wouldn't mind going that. You won't catch me near that place though.
Sounds like my wife. She's the same way.
I'm not a big fan of spooky. Like I mean, but I wouldn't mind because it's themed. It's heavy. They believe heavily in it, so they like the whole city's in it. You know what I mean? Like, not just a block. Like there's a town. There's a block in my town that used to be called Holiday Street, and for you to live on that street, you had to like decorate your house for Christmas. You know what I mean?
You're never gonna catch me living there.
That's what I'm saying. So like, if you live in Salem, I'm wondering like, yo, you got to go hard for Halloween, or you can't live here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sorry. So
you're like, I don't really celebrate Halloween. Get out.
Yeah, right. Who? What? So
they look at you, witch.
Burn them at the stake.
Leave the city.
So yeah, man, I wouldn't mind going over there during that time. So
that reminds me, like my wife, same way with Louisiana, because Louisiana has that voodoo type feel, and I knew a few people that like are from there, and they're like, as long as you're cool with everybody and you stay to the tourist stuff, you're good. Don't step out.
That's what a lot of people are like. You're on Bourbon Street, and they're like, you get to a point where it's just dark. You don't go to that dark side. Like, you literally stay where all the lights are.
It's like the hex. You don't go past the street.
This line, you're good. You know what I mean? So
he said, imagine being a Christmas guy in Salem. You have the witch flying over.
No, I was going to say, you want me to decorate my house? Christmas. Halloween, Christmas, Halloween.
You have Jack Skellington out there, though, with the Santa hat.
Hey, you said you know what? It's spooky. I got you. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Right? There you go.
Two things in one.
He's like, dude, I don't even have to change it for the next couple months. I'm going to keep it up.
There's actually a house down this way that has those 20-foot skeletons. Same way. They decorate it with Christmas, and then he also holds the Christmas lights during the Christmas time. Like, so they don't ever take down that 10, 20-foot skeleton. Cool. It's somewhere. It's like on the Haltom Road or something like that. You'll see it.
That's cool.
But yeah, I think I'll do that. That's funny. Being a Christmas guy in Salem, that's hilarious. I would think I would. I would be the green and red house in front of in the line of orange houses.
No, I told my wife, I was like, I like spooky, scary stuff, but my wife was like, no, it has to be cutesy because the kids. I was like, I will give you anybody to under the age of 7. They can't pass this point. You give them the candy. It's all cute, Halloween or whatever. Anybody over 7 has to walk the gauntlet. They pass that point, and it's all scary stuff, and that's where I'm at.
You did haunted houses before?
Oh yeah, I've done a lot. Shoot,
we made one. I remember I did that when I was young. I wasn't a haunted house, but we decorated our front yard, and I dressed as a scarecrow and did one of those like grab one piece of candy, please, and then I was on the chair, dude. I wish there was rings back in the day, bro, because I got some good scares, bro. Those were some good times. We did a haunted house. My brother had like a carport, and we kind of like put trash bags all along of it, make it dark. Yeah. And we did like trash bags, flaps, and all that stuff, and just jumped out and stuff. Yeah. Pretty cool. Just something for the neighborhood. But so then we go back to the show. A little segue. Hey, we haven't segued in a long time, bro. We have not segued in a long time.
Steering back.
So back on the road, Witch's Road. We get Potions chick. Is that where we're at? Right? Potions chick. And that was funny. That one was starts off with her, selling off her stuff, and then just Kathy Hunter, Agnes just coming in hot, like, hey, you got those jade rings, my pelvic floor, jade eggs. He's like, I got my pelvic floors on the freaking, wazoo or something like that. Like, it was hilarious.
She's like, come on, guys, what? No sisters of the traveling cankles? I was like, she's just going in, and the other two of the girls that were in there leave.
Bye. Like, straight up, bro. That was great. So then we get her, and I was tripping out on the edible candle. I was stoked, like, because I was like, "Is that a thing?" Then you go find it.
I knew it.
got excited, bro. Like, I was like, edible candles? I was like, zen and hunger at the same time. Like,
no, but you gotta freaking light them first before you eat it.
So then to find out later, John, she's under, a lawsuit for consumption. Consumption.
And then didn't somebody get like caught on fire at one point too?
So I was like, fuck, it's not real. So at that moment, I knew it wasn't real. You can't have something that can burn, that can be edible, you know what I mean? So
all food is, edible, but it can burn.
No. Toast? Okay. Take your clothes off. We're going to take your clothes off.
He said, calm down, just take your clothes.
So all food can be burned. Truth. I spoke too soon. So we get her. So she denies. So again, John, the teen, is on point with his closing, arguments. Like, hey, you got a lawsuit on your hands. You ain't got much going for you. FYI, here's an address. Like, you know what I mean. So,
but again, we also found out that her powers are bound, which is why she can't technically use magic, and so that's why they're trying like also entice her to come to the road. You could unlock your powers if you come with us.
At the end
on
of the
top
road.
of you already losing everything you got, why are you gonna lose everything and not have power?
The other girl, is she the only one that had powers? Lila?
Yeah.
At the moment, right? It says
she's
what is
the only
revealed.
one
Okay. And then we find out as well. We skipped that little tidbit, but I think it was a lie, unless it's true. I don't remember. Excuse me. Agatha can only take what is shot at her. And I don't remember, but I do remember because she was at the stake when the other witches were shooting at her, and then she got stronger.
Yes.
So I remember that.
Power.
And then same with Wanda. I was trying to remember their fight scene. Same thing. She was shooting at Agatha, and Agatha was absorbing it all till she unlocked the Scarlet Witch, which was too strong for Agatha to, So yeah, it was playing. All those were playing back in my head. I was like,
at the same time, at that point, Agatha or Scarlet Witch would use the hex as a thing to block anybody else's magic but her own. So she locked Agatha in.
Man,
and that was Agatha's own fault. Yeah, because she taught her that earlier on. I was like, damn, you don't play yourself.
You don't play yourself. And so we get that, and then who else? The Potions They go get the protective chick. I love that one was a good one too. Like just run. Like everything was planned out so well. Like she did good. Like Agatha planned all that well. I think in my
to get certain people that she needed.
So we find out Homegirl's mom was tied to Agatha, but she died
on the Witch's Road that we're aware of. Because at this moment, Mom has disappeared. We don't know if she's dead or not. So
interesting.
She's using the Witch's Road to be like, you might be able to find out what happened to your mom if you come. So I love how each one, she's like pulling them to the Witch's Road for their own purposes, as well as her own. So she's like,
but everyone doesn't like her. Like no, I didn't know that because of that, right?
Yeah, because of her ability, she absorbs power and she just like trades on people. But
so do you believe it or not? Absorption only at attack or absorption at free will?
I am not sure yet because Aubrey Plaza's character hit her, but we don't know if it was with magic or not because you saw no spells. All you saw is like a gust of air. On top of that too, when she's like, "Oh, you want to absorb my magic?" and then Agatha's like, "Why?" Because I'll die if I absorb it right now. So I'm like, how is this working? Like, did she lie to the homegirl and say like, I only absorbed magic that I hit with? Because later on in the second episode, she's like, y'all just need to like quit being,
hit me, bitch. Like,
yes.
Hit me, bitches.
I love that.
That part too. Like, come on, just hit me, bitches. Like,
I really wish she would have used witches too.
Really? I like the bitches, but you're right.
No, the bitches is good. Like it fits, like because she was angry, but at the same time, I would have loved for her just to use
to use it. What do you think about that? That was the second curse word, right? Like it was like, so it kind of threw me for a loop when she was cursing like, a little bit.
Yeah. And I was like, whoa, like they're really, starting to step up.
That's what I thought too. I was like, cool. So I was happy that they brought a stronger tone to the dialect, to the conversations.
Yeah.
Instead of, again, working around the word, you know what I mean? Like, so, but we get them, and this is where I started enjoying it. One, the teen is hanging up a little sign, like, look, you sinner. She's like, yeah, let's just move it over a little bit and get this out. Catherine Hahn did her thing. She made me laugh quite a bit on it.
Like, I just like her. Like, I don't care about anything. Like, just stop it.
Like, we got one mission. This is it. And so we get that. Homegirl shows up first. Everyone,
the potion girl,
Then Lila, then the protector, the protection. She found out by being a detective. She's like, that'll be my answer to a lot of things. I'm an ex-cop. So that was hilarious. But the part that took me back and redeemed itself for the fight scene was skipping a part. I'll get back to it. What do you think about Kitty, Sharon? Where she's like, you need an Earth's person or whatever.
You know what? That's what I was going to ask you too, because I had 3 possible answers for that.
Okay.
Or technically 2. When they threw her in, that was a 3rd.
Okay.
So the list had names, but the last name wasn't even a name. It was just a black heart.
Homegirl says
that my heart's black. So immediately triggered me to think of her.
Okay.
But then I was also thinking the teen could technically be a witch.
Okay.
The only issue is that most witches are women. We haven't seen a male witch that I'm aware of. The only males are sorcerers. So that's where I'm like disconnected from. So I'm like, technically, if he wanted to, he could be a witch.
Okay.
If, we don't know how it works. But then when they threw her in, I was like, okay, like her, Kitty having the Earth thing because she has a green thumb and everything. I was like, she did play a decent part in WandaVision.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, I think everybody was saying that she might be a 3rd witch too in that one. And
really?
I forget. Yeah.
I thought it was Dottie, the librarian.
Yeah, you're right, Dottie.
The yellow roses or the flowers.
Yes, that's what it was.
So I saw that. So I'm wondering on that one, but
I'm just like
Sharon. It was just funny. It was hilarious. Like she was like, "Oh, just a green thumb." She's like, "Give me just come to the party." Like,
She's like, "Do you want to come to the party?" Oh, I don't. yes or no? Do you want to come?
Like, again, back to like no care nonsense.
Yeah.
Like, hurry the fuck up, answer the question. Like,
Yeah.
okay, let's go. Like, let me just go grab my purse.
Yeah.
Like, but I felt so bad. Like, and then they go and do the song, the
Yes.
Witch's Run.
I actually liked that.
It was
a good damn song.
It was good. They harmonized. They said they didn't. It was great. It felt flat. But I love, her. Sharon was just all in it. She was like, "Am I supposed to know this song?"
Yeah, she's like, "Am I supposed to know the song?" And then after a minute, she was just singing along with it too.
Oh man! So they did good. Then this is what ended up redeeming. So they came, and then the Salem 7 came. Hey, bro. On the real, they look spooky to me. Mm-hmm. But my favorite part was the neighbor. He's like, "You see this shit? you see this shit, bro?"
And then when they like disperse, he's like, "Oh no!" He just dropped it. He's like, "Nope." No, I think that's like PTSD for him. He's like, "Nope, not again."
Yeah, bro. Yes, that part brought me back. I was like, thank God this redeemed the fight scene because it was spooky.
It was
and
good.
then it had that element of comedy.
Yes.
And it was great, dude.
Yes.
Like,
and then I love the teen like putting shutting the blinds and moving the sofa in front of the door because the door got blasted off. Mm-hmm. And he's like, okay. And then you hear because you see the smoke coming in from the fireplace and it's Agatha.
Bro.
I was like, okay. And then the freaking busting into it was really good.
So they made up for that, I really think. And then the icing on the cake for me was the ring crawl down the steps.
Yes.
When she like came all like crawling down, I was like, oh yes.
The CGI was a little bit telling on that one, but it was really good.
Yeah,
it was still pretty good.
I think they really like that concept and they really want to use it, but their CGI is too strong.
Yeah,
like they need to either contact the ring, producers and editors to figure out how they did it or whatever. Yeah. But because they did that in the Multiverse of Madness,
yeah,
and it looked terrible.
Yeah,
like why did Wanda come out like that? It would have looked more intimidating. More intimidating, her stepping out or something like that.
Out of the mirror.
The mirror, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Honestly, I did like that version.
You liked it? Like
when she was like
CGI'd myself.
The CGI was terrible, but the concept behind it was so. I was like, I enjoy this because it looked like she was breaking too, and when she was coming out, I was like, the CGI is kind of bad, but what you're doing is amazing.
Exactly, like the fear concept. Yes. You know what I mean? Like,
yes, and then you saw that like real cut. Yes, I was like, it was so good.
So that I feel like they're trying that motion. I love it because again, that crawl down the stairs, I was like, ooh, I was like, I can be afraid of that. You know what I mean? So
but then it's also kind of like what they did when the 7 was together, like one behind, and then they.
Yes.
Oh man! And then they like spread out a little bit further and started like slowly walking closer. But every time they get closer, like it was a few feet at a time. I was like, it was
like a glitch.
Yes,
like, that was epic. Again, they did good. So we're gonna get a good show, I think. In that aspect, I feel a little, again, CGI a little bit, nothing crazy, but they brought that spook right there on that second episode. So when they got there, they got the chant, they failed, and then the door appeared, and I just thought it was funny because he comes down, he's like, "Is that the road? Let's go!" One full motion, I didn't stop.
What I did like too is that it took all of them to summon the door. And Agatha tried to open it herself, but it wouldn't open until each of them had a hand on the door. So you do need the full power of the coven to get access to the road, which is what Agatha was saying. Because if knowing Agatha, if she
did attempt,
if knowing Agatha, if she was able to open it herself, she would have been like, "Deuces, bye, done." But she couldn't do it without the full coven. And then I love that scene with was it Kitty? Which when the people run down the stairs and then you see them coming and they're like, "What's your gut?" She's like, "What's your gut telling you?" She's like, "I'm going." Do what your gut's telling you.
Yeah, dude. Because she wasn't gonna go back out. She was dragged firstly and then just be like, "Hey, death or you go with us?" Like, go with us.
And then I love the two while she's going down and she starts singing Down the Witch's Road.
Bree caught that too. She's like, "Is she singing the road?" I was like, "Yep, she's singing it still." She's all in it, man. So then we're no longer in Westview at this point.
No,
So we are now on the
Witch's
Witch's Road, where they ended it, and it's interesting. Again, one, why they took their shoes off, that I didn't understand. Maybe
I know for Earth Witch, they channel power through nature.
Yeah, that's what.
So taking off your shoes is one part of it, but you're on the Witch's Road too, so you're attuning to like that
world.
place.
You think? Okay. I like chakra.
Kinda.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Okay. Huh. Interesting. I didn't think of it like that.
Kind of like a sage mode almost, because all these women have their own magic ability, but they're
maybe that realm is
natural
magic. Yeah, natural magic. Okay. I can see that. I would be down with that. Okay. Nice. All right. Well, yeah, that is where we end off. We got the teen. You would go with a chakra.
It's his only vice.
Yeah, come on, man. I don't got it all up here anymore. It used to be all Naruto. I forgot. I changed up my bases. There we go. Over here on this side.
Over here. There you go.
All the Naruto stuff.
We got Kakashi right here, but you
know. No. I was like,
no.
I messed it up. There we go.
The feng shui is ruined now.
Yeah, it's done. The flow's gone.
The color is messed up.
Restart. But yeah, chakra. So that I would go with that. Definitely. So they're in tune with that realm. I like that. I wonder what's gonna come with that. At least really the Earth one. At least the Earth one. I want to know if. But she's bound. No,
not the Earth one.
Not the Earth one. But we didn't get the true Earth Witch.
Yeah.
So I really want. Do you think she's a hidden character? Because
she could be.
She was missing with roses.
Yeah.
Her flowers were white.
Yeah. She could be a natural Earth Witch without realizing it.
Yeah.
But I still think it could be Aubrey's character too, as that
Black
Heart. And that's why Agatha was so against getting that fifth person. Because it would have been Aubrey's.
I just want to know why she couldn't absorb her without dying. Like, what powers is hers that she was absorbing Scarlet Witch's power without dying? Like, what is?
But I think because she has no base power right now, she couldn't absorb
overload with strong power instead of like building up to a bigger. I see what you're saying. Dang, you got good concepts, bro. Like, I don't think that far into it. Yeah, I really don't think that far into it.
Well, I mean, I got like a bunch of
critiques.
Critiques too. I mean, if we're gonna go down roads, I'm gonna have to make it somewhere.
So we're down the Witch's Road, guys. So again, I'll post the picture on the Hydeout already, but I'll repost it, I guess, weekly, so y'all can be up to date. But it will be coming out every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that means 8 o'clock around Texas time.
Yeah.
So if you're in Texas, or if you're our followers in Texas, it'll be about 8 o'clock when it comes on. Again, I'm gonna get into the reels. I was messing with it, but I'm gonna do this YouTube. I'm gonna, solely focus my efforts on YouTube, get us built up in the YouTube realm, and then we're gonna mess with shorts, definitely some reels, get into all that fancy jazz. That way we can bring you more Hydeout, production to you guys. Again, we bring you all things news, ratings, rumors, the whole nine. I mean, so you won't be missing out if you definitely tune into the Hydeout, guys. I hope y'all again have enjoyed the content thus far. So again, if y'all have any ideas or anything, feel free to hit us up. Let us know ideas, concepts that you might like to see on the show, and definitely we'll try our best to incorporate them. Let me see here.
I love stuff here, gentlemen. Well,
I appreciate you.
We try.
We definitely try, bro. We definitely try. That is all I got. You got anything for that?
I do not.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right. And I just want to voice my opinion on My Hero. I am sick and tired of this I'm already a non-consistent person. So to have one inkling of consistency in my life would be great. To go to that thing on Wednesday and not see a new episode, it bugs me to my core, bro.
I don't know if it's done or not. That's the thing.
That's the problem. Like, if it would just tell me it's the finale, I would be cool. Or if it would tell me, hey, we're not coming on next week, give me a notice. But for me to go on Wednesday, log into Crunchyroll, get to the thing, and it says watched, like, God, dude, I get so mad, bro. Like, why do this to a guy that's into the show?
It's funny because me and my other coworker, we were discussing My Hero, and we were really debating on if they're going to finish it out this season or if they're going to separate into a whole separate season. Because the way they're going right now, they could definitely finish it.
Mm-hmm.
They have everything they need. But are they going to stop it because the last bit of it, they could legit just movie it or whatever. Like, they're at the end.
They're at the end. So right now, if they were to make a movie, it would be a good movie because it would culminate everything.
They would have everything that has
2 hours worth of.
Dude, they probably do it in an hour and a half.
So do you think they're dragging it out? Do you think
I don't know. That's the thing. I'm like, I haven't heard anything from that studio.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro. Like, bugs me to my core. I log in and it's just like staring me at the face. Watch. It's just like, if it would just tell me in 2 weeks or 2 weeks later or an air date, maybe
air date will be
it'd be cool. I won't be anticipating it, but because it comes out every Wednesday or
supposed to.
This last month and a half has had 2 hiatuses. Like, dude, I'm already a non-consistent man. Like, give me one inkling of consistency, and that's all I need. Like, they didn't do that to us in Dragon Ball Z. Like, when we were kids, we didn't go running home and then it not be on. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you had to go months when it was separated, though. Seasons.
True. So I remember those. Well, I had other shows to watch. So. But yeah, I just had to say that, guys. So no My Hero because of that. There was no new episode this week. They left us high. Giant Gaenko Maikia is coming. Left me on a high note. I'm telling you, these guys know what they're doing. Like, it makes me so mad. It's set up perfectly. But I wonder because they haven't said season finale. They haven't said like build up to the season. They haven't said anything. So I really am curious now. Like, would they go movie route or would they go season route? Like, I don't know. Is there a giant battle that would be worth it? Like, did they finish it out a season and then like a movie for the ultimate battle? Is there a big battle like that for just straight action?
There's a lot of action coming up. A lot. There's a lot of things coming and things changing.
So we've talked about this. As it's being done and how it's being done as of now, do you think they would be more justified to finish it off via anime season? Or would you feel like they would justify it to make a movie and like make it in movie, animation?
My thing right now is that you're already there with your season. Finish it out. Don't stop it just because you want more money. You want a bigger money grab, like there's gonna be fans that are gonna watch it. Like,
obviously it's still going because it has the preview to the next episode. So,
and I'm just like, there's gonna be fans that want to go for the movie because they need to finish it. But at the same time, you're already where you're at. Finish the damn season. Finish everything right where you're at. Because there's only how many episodes out right now?
I don't know.
I'm like, it's not a whole bunch. They can finish it out. Just finish it. They're toward the end of the manga anyway.
Phone died.
Hold on, I can tell you. Hold on.
I think they're on like 17, if I'm not mistaken, episode 17. Because each season has been, I think, at like 24 episodes.
Yeah. Sorry, give me a second. I have to.
Good. We actually have time on the show, guys.
Right,
man. Feels good.
Oh no, that's for dubbed.
If it's 40 something or 20 something, then divided by 2.
Oh, it says there's a new one.
Shut up. I looked last night. So it comes out on Saturdays?
It says 9/21. Well, the other one was 9/14, so
Right? So that's no? So that's Saturday.
Is it? I don't know my dates like that, man.
What? Oh my
So
God.
he's getting mad at people for no reason.
Yeah, I'm getting mad at My Hero for no reason. Man.
Oh yeah, it's been every Saturday.
Wow. I thought it was Wednesday. So was it Demon Slayer that was Wednesday?
Demon Slayers was Wednesday.
Alrighty, guys. Sorry, sorry, My Hero. But how many episodes did you see? 18?
No. Because it does that weird thing where it says like.
That's why I usually divide it by 2. So
yeah. It's 13 right now.
So it's 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Because it's dubbed and subbed added together.
It's 27.
Oh, okay. So
because they haven't added the next dubbed, so it's going to be 28. So it's going to be 14.
Yeah, 14? Yeah. Okay. So we're at 14 episodes. So yeah, each season's been in the 20s. So 2 hours, 10, that's about what?
Yeah, sounds about right.
10 episodes? All right. So, yeah, guys, David does not have a memory of an elephant. Do not, bro. Do not. That 100%. I live life just going, man. I couldn't tell you what I had this morning, my friend.
I could tell you what I had. Nothing. I got some water and
water with some fruit roll up on the way home.
I wish.
So yeah, guys, do not have a good memory. Again, that is the whole purpose of wanting to put pictures, and you can know who John Hamm is.
I still don't know.
Look at please. He would have been. That was in my vision, Dr. Doom. He's played a pretty good character on Mad Men. John Hamm. I can't remember any other movies. Jesus.
This dude?
Yep.
I could see him being a Dr. Doom. I could see it.
Right?
I could see it. Just based off of the looks. Oh yeah, you were talking about Mad Men. He was in Baby Driver?
Yep.
He was in The Town.
He's quite good. He's a good actor. So
see, now I just messed it up. Now I can't see him as it because I saw him. He was part of Tag, and I only remember him in Tag being the goofy one. So now it's like disconnect.
Disconnect.
So he can't be serious.
I was about to grab my phone and look up another movie, but my phone's dead. But yeah, John Hamm. So again, guys, that's the concept. So when we get caught up on YouTube, that is the goal. On the few ones that are in there, I think it's like Hot Wings, Marvel, Anime, and more. The real One Punch Man, Please Stand Up, Part 1 and Part 2. All those, I think I got a total of like 4 or 5 that are full edits. I mean, you'll go in there, you can see, pictures of the animes that Nathan talks about. There's pictures of the Pokemon that he talks about, what levels, what characteristics. I went hard on these edits, and so when that's what I want for my YouTube channel or our YouTube channel is for y'all to have that visual aid. You know what I mean? A lot of people, I can ramble off names and you won't know. I can ramble off artists or songs or composers, and we couldn't even know. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that is my concept. That's the goal. That we're getting to for y'all guys in the Hideout. Again. Hopefully y'all liked the content so far, and it'll get better with time.
Yes,
it has already. Background looks good. Mics are finally up to par. We don't have
up to stuff.
We're not echoing anymore. So
that we know of. If you do hear an echo, let us know.
Please, thank you. That would greatly appreciate it because I don't see these videos till I'm editing them. But that's it, guys. I think that's all we got for y'all this weekend. We will be back next weekend. It'll be 1 episode and My Hero, Agatha All Along, and My Hero, 1 of each, and then whatever the news that we come with during the week that we see. So stay tuned. Again, the page will be blasted with videos all week long. Share, like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube channel, on the Facebook page, and so on and so forth, guys. But thank y'all guys for always tuning in. Thank you, June, for the comments today. And we'll see y'all next week.
See you later.